An economic impact report has found that the University of Southampton generates £4 billion for the UK economy each year. The report highlights how that money is generated, from research to teaching, spin-off companies to tourism associated with the university. One of those ways it contributes, the creation of new businesses, includes a firm which had its beginnings in the university and is still closely linked to it. James Ingham has been to meet those behind it.
Harnessing the power of the sun, this is a company with a bright future. Absola sprung out of university research after its founders developed a way of expanding solar power generation.
Absola carries out remote sensing surveys of whole portfolios or cities to find out the solar potential of every building within that area we're surveying. It does that using a combination of remote sensing, such as lasers from planes, and AI, such as computer vision, to pick out where solar panels should go and where there are obstacles.
Absola is one of 72 so-called spin-out companies created by researchers or graduates from the University of Southampton. Last year, they generated nearly a quarter of the university's overall contribution to the UK economy, which it hopes will continue to grow.
I think particularly, which is distinctive for Southampton, is the growth in the knowledge exchange and enterprise part of that, working with our local economies, working with local businesses to make them more productive and in turn benefit the local economy and the local population.
One of Absola's clients has been the university itself, which is expanding its science park. It's now adding solar panels to this new building and others, after Absola showed that it would be economically and environmentally valuable.
Given the current climate, we did some work-ins, and Absola came back and sort of like said, look, these buildings now can pay back in 3 to 4 years. So for us, I mean, that's beneficial as a business and to our occupiers on the park.
The spin-out companies all benefit from support from the university, with coaching, links with industry and the space to set up and grow. Would it have been much harder for you to start up a company from scratch without the support of the university?
I think inevitably it would have looked very different had we have not had the university support. It would have been a lot slower and probably may never have come to fruition. As we continue to be successful, we employ a lot of graduates out of the university. We take a lot of internships out of the university to help feed back, and then also into the local economy. We've completed projects from Southampton up to Lossiemouth in Scotland, so we start to have a national impact pretty quick as a result of the university's help.
Well, that's the experience of one business, but how is this economic impact felt in the wider business community? Well, earlier I spoke to the CEO of the group Business South, Sarah Timberlake, and asked her if she was surprised at that figure of £4 billion.
It doesn't really, Jo, because the University of Southampton, you know, is a big cheese. They're employing 16,000 people nationally, 6,000 people locally, and they're educating 22,000 students.
And how important is it for other businesses in the region that the university is here?
I think it's extremely important. There are 100 companies based up at the Science Park, over 70 spin-outs from the university. I think the opportunities are endless, really, regarding the supply chain companies for this region.
And the report seems to suggest that when compared with similar universities, Southampton is actually delivering more bang for its buck, if you like, outperforming some of the others. What's the secret to its success, do you think?
The University of Southampton, as you know, is a Russell Group university, and it really is the jewel in the Central South's crown. I think they work really hard at their relationships with business, and I think that is part of their success.
And how significant is the impact of the university compared to maybe other big employers, other big businesses in the region?
I think that they complement each other. We have obviously the port, we have Carnival UK's head office in the Central South region. I think that it's all part of the offer that we have for this region. So really, amongst the economic gloom, a positive news story. Extremely positive. They are leading at the economic recovery post-pandemic, and that can only be a positive story.
Sarah Timberlake from Business South, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.